After. Hi, good morning, guys. Morning. It's Never Miss a Monday, and we just wanted to start off with a little bit of an update on our weight loss last Friday. So my weight loss last Friday was 3.9 pounds.
Woo woo!
And you know, it's a little disappointing losing less than what you have been losing, but it is progress, to our final goal. So we'll take it, and we're happy about it. And then Mari's weigh in.
Well, guys, I have to tell you, I'm pretty happy about myself because, the week before I only lost 1 pound. I was kind of internally freaking out, but not externally. And this past week, I lost 5 pouns.
Woo woo.
So I was really excited because I was able to follow the diet better and, do different things that helped. So I'm hoping for another really good week this week because, and I know the math isn't going to work out exactly, but technically I'm like 2 pounds off from where I should be for being midpoint. So, hi, Lily. So anyway, so that's part of the reason that I'm hoping that this week will be another good week. But I'm very happy for my 5 pounds and just pushing through this week. I've been drinking tons and tons of water this weekend, so I've been trying to be really, really good about water. So we'll see. Hoping for a good week.
Woo woo. So guys, as you guys saw, the description of our video is loving yourself. Each day we'll have a topic, and so if you guys want to us talk about something, let us know, and we'll definitely put it.
And nothing is off you. If it seems like it might be like TMI or too personal or whatever, like literally at this point, nothing is off the table. So anything that you want to know or hear about or whatever, let us know, and we're happy to talk about it. Hey, Jill.
And so, okay, so I'm gonna start off with, my side. I've never been at a healthy weight. I've always been that bigger girl, and so, I want you guys to not, think too much on like losing the weight, but also focus your energy towards being healthier, like a healthier you. I know that that's helped me like overcome my struggles in my journey, because being a big girl going towards a healthier you, it makes it kind of hard, because your body is so used to, those bad foods and so used to those sugars, and, and then when you have, those times where you feel like you can't make it, sometimes you want to break the diet or something. It's not necessarily because you're weak, but it's because your body is just accustomed to it. You know what I mean? And so, that was something I just wanted to talk about really quick. But most importantly, loving yourself has been a like life process for me. Learning to accept myself as I am.
Yep. Preach.
I have been, like I said, bigger my whole life, but now is the time where I want to be a healthier version of me. And it took me, to give myself pep talks in the morning. Like, for example, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but I would literally look at myself in the mirror and, like, tell myself, like, you are beautiful and you are strong and you are independent. And, I would just, like, motivate myself into
loving yourself.
Into loving myself, exactly. Into realizing what a great girl, woman, person I have become, or I am becoming, and is it going to be hard? Of course it's going to be hard, but when you have learned to accept yourself, it's so much easier to enjoy the journey.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This is probably my third or fourth time that I'm trying like a program, and it's actually working, and I'm actually enjoying the journey. I don't know if that makes sense, but like before, you're so focused and so in tune to almost the wrong thing. It makes you almost not be successful because you're focusing on the wrong thing. And what I've switched at this time is my mental thought of just trust the process and enjoy your journey. Enjoy the progress that you've made, whether it's a little bit, whether it was a pound or not, whether it was 3 pounds, whether it was 5 pounds. Just enjoy that, because 3 pounds is a lot of weight to lose. It really is, guys.
3.9, so technically 4 pounds, but go on.
Yes, but I mean, losing weight is going to be hard. So any little bit counts, towards that bigger goal. And so I want you guys to know that you guys are amazing, and I want you guys to keep reminding yourself of that, of every little progress that you guys do is gonna be an amazing success for you guys. And so that's a little bit just about how I've learned to love myself. I've embraced being a bigger woman, and that doesn't mean that I'm not okay, being a bigger woman. It just means that I want to be there. I want to be healthy in my future so that I can, provide for my kids and be here in the future. Because if I don't take care of myself, there's a possibility that I won't be here. You know what I mean? Just because of sickness, or because your body gives out on you because you're feeding it the wrong things, and you're not, giving it nutrition. You're not having movement in it. Your body will stop functioning. And so, I just wanted to give you guys like a little backstory of what I do to help me through my, loving myself and my emotions, during the journey. So, but now I'm going to pass it over to my sis so she can give you her side.
Hey, y'all. Okay, so loving yourself, I think, is such a big topic. Kimberly and I, like she mentioned, even at our biggest, those of you that know us know that we would put on makeup and do our hair and dress up and all of these things. And we did those things because they make us feel beautiful. And so...
Oh, hi, Pam.
Hey, Pam. They make you feel beautiful, and they, for us anyways, they are things that make us love ourselves. And so why is that important? Because you can be very heavy and not love yourself and live a miserable life, but you can also be very thin and not love yourself and live a miserable life. So the point is that regardless of where you are in your stage of getting healthier or just in life, just learn to love yourself and do those things that do that for you. So again, like for me, it's getting up and getting dressed and maybe doing my makeup a little different, or maybe doing my hair. Like those are things that make me feel, here, let me fix the light. There we go. Those are things that make me feel beautiful, and therefore, I learned to love myself. Kimberly gave herself pep talks. So whatever it is that you need to do to embrace who you are, because there are people out there, not me, but there are people out there that are trying to gain weight, and no matter how much they eat, no matter what they do, they cannot gain weight. And so it's not always about losing weight. I think you're right. I think you said it perfectly. It's really about being the healthiest you, but in that, loving yourself. And it sounds easier than it is, and I know for a fact that just like Kimberly had to work on it, I had to work on it within myself as well. And I guess we want you to know that everyone that is trying to do something better for themselves, whatever it may be, whether it's a weight loss program or whether it's, going to school and educating yourself more on whatever, or getting a master's, or what have you, whatever you're doing for yourself, make sure that you're loving yourself. Make sure that you're doing things for you, not just, you don't wake up, you go to work, you come home, and you repeat that cycle. Because that's something that I learned that was starting to deteriorate my loving myself. I was going to work, coming home, tired, eating, falling asleep. Like, that was my, boring cycle. And I was like, I don't have time for anything else. Like, this is it. Until I started paying attention to myself again, I now go to, work out. I go to work. I hang out with my family. I hang out with my husband, which that didn't happen for a while because I was always tired. And now I am thinking about, we're not going to talk about my hobby, but we're thinking about some hobbies that I'm really enjoying. And so there's just things that I'm starting to do now that fulfill my day, and they're not just monotonous work, so making sure that you're taking that time for you. And I know moms probably have this a lot. You're always busy and caring for everybody else, and we're not like human moms, we're puppy moms, but I know moms have this a lot. They're so busy taking care of everybody else. And I want to actually do a shout out to my sister-in-law, Sam, because if there's something that I've learned from her, is she makes time for herself. And she, in my eyes, has always been thin and gorgeous, but I've witnessed her, journey as well, her weight loss, her healthy journey. And I mean, she's always, no matter what, made time for herself. She works a full-time job. She's a mom. She, leads her choir, or her worship team at church with her husband. She goes to school, and she still makes time to stay healthy and gorgeous. And that, to me, is success, Loving yourself. Okay, that's a bad angle, just so you know. Okay, there, that's a better angle. And so just a shout out to her, and just a shout out to everyone out there that is doing what they can for themselves to love themselves. It's a big piece, no matter if you're thin or big, it's pointless if you don't learn to love yourself. So I guess our message maybe this week is make sure that you're loving yourself and that you're enjoying whatever journey you're on right now. And if you are feeling like, maybe I'm not loving myself, maybe I'm kicking myself too hard, maybe try a different tactic. Because we are our biggest judge. Yes. We judge ourselves more than other people would, you think, judge us. True. We are our worst judge, and we are our worst critics, because we want to look different, or we want to be different, or we want to have something that we might not have, or something, similar to that. We judge ourselves so hard. We should be more lenient. You know what I mean? Not necessarily forget about what our goals are, but be more lenient and happy on our small progresses, even though they're small. For example, our non-scale victories. Those are things that you can't necessarily show on the scale, but that you feel different. And those are little things that we need to be proud of. Even though our weigh-in was only a pound, we need to be embracing those smaller moments, to grow and to empower ourselves. Whether you are a guy getting healthy, whether you are a woman getting healthy, it doesn't matter. Just build your confidence up by yourself, because everyone else will, try to tear you down or, be judgmental. But what you have to, see is the better version of you, right? Because no one else will see it. You have to embrace your better self. Yeah, so hope again you guys have a great week.
we love having these little chats because, like we said before, we talk about stuff anyways on our way here, so we might as well share it with you. And again, if you think of any other topics or anything you want to know, let us know. I know something we're thinking about maybe talking about next time are like recipes and foods and how important that nutrition piece has been towards or for our weight loss, and challenges and successes and all that jazz. So yeah, just this week again, love yourself. If you're not doing that very well, then think of different tactics to do so, because loving yourself is number one, no matter if you're big or if you're small. Okay, well, we're here, so we gotta go.
Bye.